Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Emilyia Batrisyia Binti Khairulnizam, and today I'll be presenting negotiation ethics analysis through refund case study. So moving on to the case scenario. So what exactly happened? So the buyer bought the shoes, and after trying them, the buyer decided to return it. But the receipt clearly shows that it's non-returnable, which means you cannot return it. I mean, for certain things, when you got a receipt, you can return it. But in this case, you cannot return it. But the buyer insisted on getting a refund, and then by shouting at the store at the worker. But then the manager decided to give a refund in the end. So let's moving on to the end result ethics. So what is end result ethics? End result ethics is focuses on the outcome, on the result, which means in this scenario, the end result is the buyer getting a refund. Yes, the buyer get a refund, but at what cost? Because in this situation, the buyer getting a refund by shouting and causing a scene at the store, which caused a lot of dramas and consequences. Moving on to the duty ethics. What is duty ethics? Duty ethics is when people comply and follow the rules and responsibilities. In this scenario, the worker comply with the store policy by not giving the buyer a refund because the receipt clearly shows it's non-returnable. On the other hand, the buyer insisted on getting a refund while shouting at the workers. So the buyer acted unethically and immorally. Next, social contract ethics. Okay, people should behave respectfully in society. Everyone should be respectful, including the buyer. You know, there's always a phrase, buyer, customer is always right. Buyer is not always right. The buyer shouted in the public, so it caused the disturbance to the public, and also the buyer is embarrassing the workers, which is very inappropriate. Moving on to the personality ethics. So personality ethics focuses on the morals and the values. So in this situation, what a normal person would do, a good person, like a normal buyer, like you should stay calm. And if you really wanted a refund, maybe you can negotiate with the worker or the manager nicely. You communicate. You don't go shouting around at the store because it's embarrassing. And for me, in my opinion, like the best approach would be the combination of duty ethics and personality ethics. This is because I firmly believe that everyone should comply with the rules. So if the receipt shows it's not returnable, then it's not returnable. You cannot ask for a refund or anything that violate the rules. And I firmly believe that you should communicate professionally and politely. You don't embarrass yourself by shouting at the worker and causing a scene, causing a drama at the store. Because why would you do that? Because when you live in a certain area, you go to that place often, you shop there often. So you eventually will go to that place again. So people will just recognize you as maybe a Karen, you know. And what would I do if I were a buyer? So I would ask maybe to the worker, like, can I get a refund? Like, at least I can negotiate it. Like, I ask politely, communicate with the manager. But honestly, I would just say if the receipt is non-returnable, I would just accept the fate that is not my recipe that day. So I would just simply not causing a scene, because that is not professional. It's so unprofessional to go around shouting at the store. And to conclude, I believe that everyone should communicate properly, because in negotiation, ethics is very important. Manners is always number one. I think that will be all from me. Thank you.